Hey, 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 beautiful people. Welcome back to another soulful session of Mondays with Monday. We dive deep into the rhythm of life, love, and liberty. I'm your host, Edie Mondenay, and I'm ready to groove with you through the beats of this week. Today, we're getting real about the heartbeat of democracy in the good old U.S. of A. So grab your Kool-Aid, kick back, and let's get into it. Folks, it is vital, important, imperative, a must-do for the Black American voters to vote, especially in this upcoming election. Hey, we're witnessing right now a massive and unabashed assault on voting rights unlike anything we've ever seen before since the Jim Crow era. This is Jim Crow in new clothes. That's what Senator Raphael Warnock said. And his focus on the past, on how racial hierarchies persist, it really makes good sense. Listen, lawmakers in 47 states have introduced more than 360 bills this year with provisions that restrict voting access for us. According to the New York University School of Law, baby, they're going to make it hard for a brother. Now listen, the statistics of black voters is really encouraging. In November 2024, the black eligible voter population in the United States is projected to soar to 34.4 million, reflecting a steady increase over the years before. Now, notably, black eligible voters consistently exhibit higher turnout rates compared to Latino and Asian counterparts. So it's important for you to get out there and do your job. Now, with these numbers on the rise, we, the black folks, voters like us, wield significant influence in pivotal elections such as the 2024 presidential election. In states like Georgia, a critical swing state, black Americans comprise a third of the eligible voters there. That's really important. The voting patterns of black Americans have been historically aligned with the Democratic Party, with 92% supporting Democratic presidential candidate Joe Biden in the 2020 election. However, there's a nuanced landscape emerging as some black voters express support for the Republican Party, particularly under the Trump-era Republicans. This is dangerous, folks. Despite this shift, it's crucial to recognize that the black vote remains a substantial force in American politics. Black eligible voters are projected to make up 14.0 or 14% of the electorate in November, marking a slow but steady increase over the past 2 decades. While the number of black voters, the eligible black voters, continue to grow, disparities exist across states with significant concentrations in states like Texas, Georgia, and Florida. The factors such as age and citizenship contribute to the higher proportion of eligible black voters compared to other demographic groups. Moreover, listen, the political diversity within the black community underscores the need for nuanced understanding. And we need to engage people. While there's a trend of increasing support for Republicans, some voters of color are going the other direction. The Democratic Party remains a dominant force, particularly on the issues related to racial equality. These are things that we have to pay attention to, absolutely. Preserving democracy. In the face of this assault on voting rights, it's imperative, important, a must-do for black Americans to exercise their right to vote. By participating in elections, we contribute to safeguarding democracy, people, and combating systemic injustices. Make a difference. Another absolute is our political influence. With a projected population of 34.4 million eligible voters in 2024, black Americans, like I said before, yield considerable influence in pivotal elections. Just like this United States presidency election, it's important. Our collective voice can shape policies and outcomes that directly impact our communities, y'all. Another absolute is we have to pay attention to the historical alignments. Historically, we've been aligned with the Democratic Party. Black voters have played a crucial role in advancing progressive agendas and advocating for social justice. Despite shifting dynamics, their continued support remains instrumental in driving meaningful change. You count, people. We have to understand another absolute is our growing representation. The steady increase in the number of black eligible voters signifies growing representation and political empowerment. We're at the table, people. By actively participating in the electoral process, we black folks amplify voices and ensure our concerns are addressed by elected officials. Hey, people, it's important, absolutely, that we address disparities. Disparities across states highlight the importance of black voter engagement when we address systemic inequities and inequalities. By mobilizing and advocating for change, black folks can work towards creating a more equitable society for the future generations that's coming behind us. We've got to pay attention to engagement. Recognizing the political diversity within the black community underscores the need for nuanced understanding and engagement. We've got to read the pamphlets. We've got to understand what's going on. By embracing complexity and diverse perspectives, black voters can drive inclusive and informed political discourse that change structures and put systemic racism back in its place. So there you have it. I said a lot of it real fast, but it's important. Folks, that beat goes on, but it's up to us to keep the rhythm of democracy alive, and it needs to kick. Let's do this together. And until next time, I want you to stay groovy, stay woke, and keep spreading that Mondanet love. But before I sign off, I want to do a special shout out to our sponsors. Poshines, it's not just a restaurant, it's an institution, folks, and it's located at 8139 North Denver, right here in the Kenton district, and you can expect the best soul food this side of the Willamette. We've got Aunties and Tanties daycare services, and also Adorn Electric. They really light up our lives. I'm grateful for their support on this podcast. You can visit me right here on Sunday mornings at Celebration Tabernacle in Portland, Oregon. Now, I want to do a special shout out to our technical staff, Dion, Robin, Andy, and Paul. Not one of them is bigger than the other, and they all stand tall. These are the dudes who make this podcast possible, and I'm so jazzed that they're here. Now, if you enjoyed this episode, please share it with your friends and follow us, folks. Turn on your notifications so you never miss a thing from Mondays with Mondanet. And be sure to follow us on Facebook, you see it, and on YouTube over there. We've got to get busy, folks. I'm counting on you. Hey, gang, I've got exciting news. I've just finished my memoirs, and writing them was, wow, a roller coaster, but I'm glad that I did it for me and for you, and it's a way to get to know Edie Mondanet just a little bit better. What you thought you knew, you didn't know. It's called From Maladies to Melodies, growing up in the South St. Louis projects, and what God has done in my life even to this day. I'm excited to share it with you. Please look for it coming real soon.
Hey, it's time for you to come to Poshine. Check out that catfish sandwich. Oh my goodness, is that the shrimp po' boy? Man, look at that chocolate chip cake. Man, I need to get over to Poshines at 8139 North Denver right now because this food looks delicious. Or call if you'd like, 503-978-9000. And don't miss it, you'll be sorry.
In times gone past, we find ourselves making excuses so that people remind that, ooh, I've got to get home and tend to the brand new missus. I need some time alone. Can't this wait until I finish texting on my phone?